Ace Hardware has really gotten into the backyard and grilling sector here over the last few years. If you go to your local Ace, you can certainly see that from specialty products. You've only been able to get online before to replacement parts for some of the best brands in the industry. They have a great selection, all leading up to their biggest cooking and demo weekend of the year. BBQ Fest is happening this weekend at over 3,300 Ace locations nationwide. So let's hit the Fogo Charcoal hotline and welcome in first-time guest, the barbecue and grilling expert for the Ace Hardware, Chef Jason Morse. Jason, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm absolutely fabulous, Jason. Appreciate you making time here for the show this evening. So quickly, let's address this, and that is the chef thing. That was a hot button term on the show for a while, and because there were a lot of barbecue folks who started using that specific identifier to describe themselves. Also, there were other folks who would just like sling the term chef around willy-nilly. In your opinion, what is the correct way to use the term chef?
Well, I'm a professional chef. I'm a certified executive chef. I work hard to have this title, and I think if you've ran a professional kitchen or if you've been professionally trained, you can call yourself a chef.
All right, Jason, hold on one second. Do you have the show in another window on the computer?
Yeah, should I shut that window?
Yes, immediately.
If you've ran a professional kitchen or if you've been professionally trained, you can call yourself a chef.
All right, Jason, hold on one second. Do you have the show in another window on the computer?
Yeah, should I shut that window?
Yes,
we are closed.
Are you? I can still hear it.
You want me to close down Skype?
No, just the audio's coming in from like another window, maybe of the computer.
I got you right now.
Okay. Whew. It's getting ready to claw my ears off there. Wow.
Right.
All right. So just to quickly circle back there, because we were kind of caught in the echo monster there. Proper way for using the term chef?
I'm a professional chef. I went to culinary school. I'm classically French trained. I took certification exams to become a certified executive chef. I think if you've ran a professional kitchen, if you've been trained as a chef, you can call yourself a chef. I mean, hey, I wouldn't get out on Instagram and call myself a doctor because I'm not a doctor. This is what we went to school for. This is my life. This is what I've done ever since I was 14 years old. I've cooked. I've never had any other job. I've always been a culinarian. I'm a cook. I'm a chef. And that's, kind of our feeling on it. And it's interesting. I was talking to another chef buddy about that the other night as well. And we all kind of feel the same way. This is what we do. This is our life. This is our passion. And we've been trained and done a lot of training to call ourselves a chef.
So if I see you on the street, should I call you chef? Or should I only call you chef if we're like working, if we're colleagues in your restaurant or wherever and you're the executive?
Yeah, that's always funny. A lot of my buddies and we call ourselves chef because for us it means a lot to us, and I think some people use that term out of respect. It's awesome when I walk into an Ace Hardware store and they say, "Hey, chef." Mm-hmm. That makes you feel good. It's a very good feeling of mutual respect. I don't ever think people owe it to me to call me that. I don't say, "Don't call me Jason, call me chef." I'm good with, whatever. "Hey, dude" even works perfect as well. But it's always a nice sign of respect, and it just shows that people understand who you are and what you do.
All right, so let's talk about your background in live fire. I mean, obviously, you said you were classically French trained. That seems to be, Tuffy Stone comes right off the top of my head, another guy who was a classically trained French chef who has obviously transitioned very well into the world of barbecue. How did you get involved in live fire, or was it something that you just kind of grew up around?
My dad always barbecued and grilled. My grandpa was the grill master of our family. I fell in love with it. I've done it ever since I was a kid. I was in Boy Scouts. I always naturally gravitated towards the fire, towards the cooking. And then it was cool because moving into culinary school and getting into some hotels and country clubs and restaurants that I ran, the last club that I ran, we had a ginormous barbecue and grilling contingent. And that was great because it allowed everybody just enjoys life a little bit better when there's barbecue. And it really afforded us an opportunity to connect with our members, to let my team show off what they knew, whether we were doing a Kansas City style or Memphis style or Carolina style or Colorado style barbecue. We loved it. We loved to grill. We loved to be kings of the grill. And we were really fortunate to have a country club that supported that, because it allowed us to do that all the time. I mean, every event centered around barbecuing and grilling for us. And that just feeds and fuels our passion.
So where does the relationship or the coming together of Ace Hardware and Chef Jason Morse happen?
It was pretty cool. The background, I'm here at my local Ace in Highlands Ranch. I snuck in here before they closed tonight to hang out, and this is where it started for me. I'm a big Ace Hardware fan. I always have been, because our Ace stores are so niche. They're so unique in what they carry, and it's always way more than a hardware store. So in my shopping here and interacting with Bill, who was in our grill department, Bill always had cool new chips for me to try, or different things for me to try. And I would bring in rubs and sauces that we made at the club for him to try, because we both kind of came together as, customers, and I was looking for something, and Bill had such great advice and guidance for me. And then I was able to become friendly with him. And then one day Bill said, hey, we're making a move for local. And this was about, 6.5, 7 years ago. He said, we're making a move for local products and you should consider it. And then I brought, 5 of our rubs that we made at the country club in, and met with the owner and the manager, and, did my spiel. Hey, I have no idea about retail. I'm a chef. I run a country club, but these are some of our products we make, and I would love to, let you sample them. So boom, that's kind of how it started. And the owner and the manager they love to cook and they love food, and we all just got to talking. And what was super awesome about the entire thing is we found ways to work together. Obviously I was a small business. We had just started our 5280 culinary business, and Ace Hardwares are all privately owned and franchised small business owners as well. Right. And we found a way to come together and support each other as we grew. And the timing was perfect, because barbecue was on fire, so to speak, and growing and growing and growing and becoming more every day versus unobtainium, because, we have the tools and the gear that customers can replicate some of the, best barbecue things that they're eating. So it was nice, because we sat down and talked about how we were going to do things, and how we were going to, teach cooking classes, and not only promote our barbecue products that we sold at the time, but how we could also engage the Ace Hardware customers, because that's important to me as well. Yeah, my products are only as good as we can promote them, but I think the more that we can, work with our customers and teach them about barbecuing, grilling, cooking. One of the gentlemen earlier said we're getting people cooking, and that's what we want to do. We want to engage them in the art of cooking, and hanging out in the backyard around the grill is one of the best places to be, in my opinion. So that's how we came together, and it's been just a beautiful marriage. And as we worked harder as a team, and throughout the Rocky Mountain region, all the stores, as we all worked harder and did more cooking demonstrations and classes and consumer events and customer events, it turned into, how can we do this, instead of a few stores regionally, nationally, and now, working with Ace nationally. It's awesome, because, I was just in Sturgis, South Dakota for a store opening. I was in Eagle Gypsum. I've already been in Oregon this year. I've been in Chicago. We've got BBQ Fest coming up. So I love it, because I get to travel around and hang out with, retailers that are so passionate about the hardware side, but also the grilling side.
What I noticed, Ace had always been just kind of that jingle you had heard on television, and I wasn't really into barbecue back then as much as I am now here over the last, 10, 12 years. But there's a Ace 2-3 minutes right down the road for me. I don't know if they're participating in the weekends event, but just going in and seeing the array of barbecue and grilling products that they had. And as I had said at the top, I mean, they have Blues Hog barbecue sauce. They have rubs from Rod Gray. These are things that you would have to go onto the internet otherwise and get in order to purchase, or you were like in the subculture looking for these things. I mean, I'm sure I could stand in front of that specialty thing and pull everybody over and go, hey, I guarantee you have no idea what this is, but this stuff is going to change your life, and quit buying the KC Masterpiece and all, plus all the grills and the accessories and stuff. When did you see a trend to Ace really wanting to step into this live fire space and really, not be second fiddle?
I definitely not second fiddle, and that's what I love about Ace is everybody's so hardcore engaged in really having the best gear, from Traeger, Weber, Big Green Egg, to having the best gadgets, to having the best consumables, from pellets to Rockwood charcoal to Jealous Devil to Big Green Egg. I mean, they want to have everything so that we naturally are the number one barbecuing and grilling destination. And we know our customers are coming in here looking for that niche rub or that niche sauce or that hard to find charcoal or hard to find pellet. And a lot of your Ace retailers are going to have that. And that's what makes it so exceptional is they want to know what's out there. Ace wants to know what's hot and hip. I had a conversation with Mike at Code 3 Spice, and he and I were both kind of talking, and they always say, there's room for everybody here, and there really is. I mean, if you produce a product that is a top-selling product that is out there in the marketplace, there's room on the shelf because the Ace retailers want to have in their stores what their customers are looking for. And I think it's great because I'm sitting here looking around today and I'm noticing things that I know I'm going to add to my arsenal in our barbecue trailer. But it's just great. I mean, they always say more than a hardware store. You can walk in here and not only find cooking tools and supplies and houseware items, but this barbecue department is just massive. And it's great seeing, our retailers grow their barbecue sets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger based on the demand. I mean, that is really, that's a feel-good moment, I think, for all the retailers and myself, just, being involved in it.
Chef Jason Morse joining me here on the show, Ace Hardware's barbecue and grilling expert. All right, so let's talk about this coming weekend, Jason. BBQ Fest is happening, and I said over 3,000 Ace locations across the country. So what is the event? What can you expect if you have a participating location around you? If you show up, what can you expect?
Head over to your local Ace, see if they're participating in it. BBQ Fest is such a cool event. I remember, a couple years ago when we were getting it off the ground and getting everybody involved in it. And a lot of people asking, why am I doing this? Why should we be involved? Not why should we be involved, but why do we want to be involved? And how do we get more involved? And what can we do? BBQ Fest is everybody's kickoff, really. I mean, I know a lot of states grill year round, but really the true start, this is Ace Hardware's way of saying, hey, come in and see what we have. It's the store's way of showing off all of their gears and grill and gadgets. We've got a lot of different cooks from KCBS and NBBQA. I've got 12 different folks out cooking. You're going to see store demos, product demos. You're going to taste food. You're going to get to taste drive grills. You're going to get to see everything in action. You're going to have all the experts in the store, so you can ask questions. You can talk about, the next grill that you need on your back patio. You can ask about different products and things. It's really a great familiarization tour where you can head to your local Ace and just stand in the grill department and look around and just go, wow, because the amount of stuff that they have at the stores is just fantastic. Then you get to eat. Then you get a little bit of knowledge. Then you get to meet, some of the local pit masters and just have a blast. It's our way of letting everybody know we're your number one destination for barbecuing and grilling. And, more than, going to a store, you're coming to your neighbor, and this neighbor supplies some pretty epic barbecue.
So if you are a social media maven as well, and you are at a participating Ace location, if you're taking Instagram or Twitter photos, hashtag Ace BBQ Fest, and maybe you'll get retweeted or re-Instagrammed or whatever the hell they call it. I'm not sure what the kids say these days. But use the hashtag repost. Yeah. That's right. Look at this. Not only a chef, but a social media maven himself. Look at this guy.
I have 2 kids in high school, so.
Well, I have I have 2 kids in high school too. You're just a little bit quicker on the uptake than me, I guess. Hashtag Ace BBQ Fest if you're going to be shooting some pictures and all that stuff. Jason, let me ask you about steak. What's your favorite method of cooking steak? You hear a lot about traditional stuff with sear first and then finish low. Then you hear a lot on the low and slow now, and then doing reverse sear. You hear sous vide. Yeah. What do you like?
Honest, reverse sear is just epic. I enjoy everything about that. We just did, we're testing a new rub for our business. We just did some tests last night on prime ribeye cap steaks. Did a reverse sear. Kids were stoked. Everybody was happy at our house. And I had a little bit of leftover for breakfast this morning. That was delicious. But I really enjoy the reverse sear, and I like the progression of teaching that to our customers as well. It's been fun. We do a lot of barbecue classes, and we teach that reverse sear because it's so highly in demand. And I think the beauty of it is really being able to enjoy that entire piece of meat at the degree of doneness you wanted. So if you wanted it medium, now literally from the window to the wall, you have a steak that's 100% medium, but we're able to impart some smoke flavor in it. We're able to sear it hot and fast on the backside, so you get a beautiful crust on it. And really, it's the best of both worlds, all worlds, from the beef side to the smoke to the crust, because they get everything in that piece of meat. And I found you can do it. We're doing it on tri-tips. We're doing it on New York strips. We're doing it on ribeyes, on cap steaks. We're doing reverse sear on pork as well. And just having a blast with it. It's just fun. And I think everybody absolutely enjoys that flavor.
Where are you going to be this weekend for the BBQ Fest? You floating around a multitude of locations?
I am here. I have signed a lifelong agreement for every large event we do. I will be here at the place I started. I love the store. I love all my Ace retailers and stores. This place is near and dear to my heart. I will be here hanging out in Highlands Ranch. I've got a squad with me. We have a lot of cool stuff. We're doing Hasselback potatoes with the Colorado Potato Council, topped with some barbecue pork. We are going to do reverse seared ribeyes on the beefer and the big green egg. And then we are going to do a couple other cool little things. But I'll be here hanging out. We're going to get here nice and early and roll smoke early and get set up and then have a blast. I mean, it's such a great day. It literally takes me a week to come down from the high of BBQ Fest. It's such a great time. So
the high of BBQ Fest in Colorado. I get it. I get it. I
see what you did there.
So you can check Chef Jason Morse out at his local Ace if you're going to be around there, or there's going to be 299 other Ace locations across the country.
That's awesome.
Hashtag Ace BBQ Fest. If you're going to be taking pictures, share them around and see what's happening. Jason, really appreciate the time tonight. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Great show.
You got it. Thank you. There he is. Chef Jason Morse. 5280 is the company that we didn't talk about because we ran out of time, but we'll do that next time.